Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a Intruder, and welcome back to Stellaris MegaCorp, where today we have got a very, very special job on our hands, which is we've invested hugely last time in increasing our fleet capacity, and now it's barely even half utilised. So we need to build up the fleet. We need to build whole new fleets. I've got ideas for templates, for specialised fleets with specific purposes, and for all of that, we're going to be needing a lot more alloys. You see, 4.7 thousand is fine. It's pretty decent, but we're going to be needing a hell of a lot more than that to fill up all of this fleet capacity. And this probably should be a priority, because any day a Great Khan could emerge, and that is a huge challenge. Even to someone with my fleet strength, that would be a massive challenge for me to actually deal with. So that should probably be the priority. Now, if I want to get myself some alloys, there's a few ways I can do it. One, I can just stop selling them, because I'm selling like 70 of them on the market right now. Now, hang on, how do I actually save some money in that case? Because, yeah, I think I'm actually over-acquiring a few things right now. Like, I don't need to buy that volatile moat. I don't need to actually go buying 3 of those exotic gases. That's all absolutely fine. I do need to buy more of that, however. Hang on. Lower that to 3, please. That can just be cancelled. This needs to be put up to 3 as well. Spot on. And yeah, if I'm willing to acquire slightly less in the way of minerals, maybe just get that down to... You know what? Let's get that down to 350. Which might leave us a little bit shy of minerals for now, but I can just, yeah, buy more en masse. And we have actually got New Cornwall coming through, which is going to be a massive mineral producer once it's done. So that's all absolutely fine. So get that down a little bit, and as a result of that, yeah, let's just actually keep a further 10 alloys for myself. That'll probably hurt the economy a little bit, but we should be fine. Also, keep an eye on my only existing branch office at the minute. So over at Jörg Fieden, I believe, yeah, they've actually been throwing up precinct houses to try and deal with us. But the actual governor here is corrupt. Even with all those policemen, they can't get crime below 20%. And in just 2 pops time, and actually it's barely even that because this guy's already almost fully grown, it'll be time for me to put down my building 75 as well. Spot flipping on. Now, of course, the other way I can make myself some more alloys is the Beast, which currently produces a ridiculous number of alloys, like 200 alloys a month. That's just stupid, but it's not enough. Not even remotely. Let's have a little look, see what we've got going on here. So I believe at this exact moment in time we've got, yeah, the capacity to have 50 metal workers. We've got 48 right now, which I think is nowhere near enough, quite frankly. So let's actually get ourselves a couple more foundry arcologies going immediately. That's expensive. Okay, that's very expensive stuff, and money's going to be low. And normally, to make money, I would just sell a whole bunch of alloys. But alloys are exactly what I'm trying to gather. Okay, but if I sell just enough alloys, just like, you know, a tiny handful, enough to... Wait, why am I doing that? I've got loads of money. Just buy minerals, John. There we go. That'll keep me going for the time being. But yeah, now I've just burnt through a very large amount of my money there. So 1 foundry arcology right there. And screw it. Slap down another one immediately too. But the thing is, we need more people to work these jobs. Over to the slave market. I haven't been here for a while. So, yeah, the Beast, not much to be sold, to be honest. Emissira's floating around. Yeah, I'll just buy both of them. Off you go. You know what? These robots, I think, can do a decent job. For 1,000 apiece, go for it. I'll buy a couple of them. And hang on. Monthly trade price too low or high. I'm sure it's fine. Go away. That's probably just meaning I don't have enough money to cover the things I'm trying to buy. So that normally self-writes after a single month. That'll be okay. Yeah, speaking of New Cornwall, we do actually have a bunch of mining jobs available right there, right now. Asprania, there's probably some people floating around who would be better served being shipped over. And I'm assuming everyone on this planet is actually maintaining Tomb World preference. I really hope so. There we are, handful more people working in the mines. That Roman wants to work actually in an office. Fair enough, I suppose. And that should get me up to... Yeah, that gets me up to 10. I've already got the gene clinics here, so we've already got ourselves a couple of medical workers, which will help boost the growth rates. That's definitely worth doing. Amenities and housing is okay for now. What's the priority? Probably it's the growth fats. Yeah, let's get clothing sorted out here. Now, I am also sitting on a very, very big old pile of food right now. I could just sell some of that. In fact, actually, selling 10,000 food, that's a lot of flipping energy. You know what, I'll sell 5,000 right now. That is a huge pile of energy. How much can I actually buy for... Not that much. Blimey, okay. Probably best I just actually use that to just buy some more minerals just to keep myself going for the time being. Okay, alloys are so expensive. Buying them on the open market would be a fool's game. What we should do instead is consider maybe routinely selling some food into the market. And blimey, that's a nice change from just a few parts ago. In order to fund the purchase of more minerals to fund the new arcologies that are coming through on the beast. Oh, further good news from the failed state of Cornwall. So they now have pirate problems because they don't actually have a fleet to guard their own flipping borders. Because they just don't, alright? And as a result of that, yeah, that's actually the only way to get from the south of my empire and, you know, the entire Zikmok Empire, and also pretty much the most convenient way to get to the Valdari. Yeah, you have to go through Cornwall. There's no other way to go. So, that pirate fleet is actually... It's not actually cutting off any trade. No, there's no trade being cut off there, because Cornwall isn't actually shifting its trade back to me anymore. Instead, now my trade is... Actually, there is a tiny bit of trade coming in this direction, but none coming from there. We're not collecting any from this sort of an area, so that's all absolutely fine. But, yeah, it is, however, blocking my flipping construction ships from going and doing their job, setting up the new mines around the black hole and all of that business. In fact, you know what? You just naff off. This guy around here who just actually put the first one on, come down here and put on the second. So now we have got ourselves some dark matter. Lovely. Which, weirdly, I don't seem to be able to buy or sell. Does it show up in the market now? Now I've started harvesting it. Now I can start selling it. And it looks like, actually, is it the most valuable? Yeah, this is the most valuable commodity in the galaxy. And I'm sitting on 2 sources of it. Love it. And we've got ourselves a tradition. Now, honestly, Discovery and Domination, neither of them is very good. Domination is the worst, though. Because, yeah, clear blocker, not very useful. +1 influence. I'm struggling to spend my influence. At this point in the game, there's just not much to do with it aside from occasionally seeking it into edicts, because I'm not claiming empty systems, and honestly, I'm not really doing much in the way of claims of conquest, because I'd rather actually have vassals, which is rather weird, because domination used to be all about having vassals. But if you want vassals, then you don't need as much influence, and yet the vassally let's dominate people around us tree gives you the thing you don't need if you... Never mind. It's definitely Discovery, because Discovery gets your research speed plus 10% when it's done, which is very, very useful indeed. Plus, I guess research alternatives +1 is pretty decent, all things considered. Research output 10% for stations. The rest of it is... yeah, not great, to be honest. Faith in science, maybe. You know what? It's fine. We'll kick it off. But here's something important I've been waiting for. Proton launchers. Now that's nice, especially as neutron launchers are right flipping behind as well. Okay, you know what? As that's right behind, I'll probably wait for that. Oh, do I want to wait for that to show up? No, I should probably just start producing at this point. And by the way, who's fighting who it is? Oh, would you believe it's these guys. Stop picking on the Romans, you big bullies. They've had enough. They're done. So yes, indeed, proton launchers as opposed to plasma cannons. Particularly nice thing about them, range 130. Damage overall per time is actually just a tiny bit higher. And yeah, they're a little bit less useless against shields, but not quite so powerful against armor. But actually, yeah, a tiny bit better against hull. And as a general rule, there's going to be more hull points than there are armor points. So it's a good thing to switch over to my mind, just because it just gives you a lot more long-range hitting power. Like, keep plasma on medium and small, abso-flipping-lutely, but on long-range stuff, yeah, proton is the way to go. And this is particularly doubly true for the inspiring Bloodbath battleship, which is supposed to stay right back and be hitting from a long range. Because, yeah, this thing's got a range of 150, the Tachyon Lance, whereas these only to a range of 80. But if I just swap all of those out for proton launchers right there across the board, that is going to be hitting just as hard at a much longer range. Ooh, big move from the Infinite Pond. Apparently, the Elemenid Confederacy next door was like their vassal the whole time, and they've started integration. Alright then, that is going to significantly increase the amount of territory you guys control. Well done. Oh, and balls. The Quiramulan have actually just declared the Tiles their rivals, which has led to a massive deterioration in our relations, because they're saying, oh, you're allied to our rivals, dear-o flipping dear. Well, you know what, honestly, the Tiles aren't helping me in my wars. They're just kind of screwing me over. Guys, I think it's time for us to actually, stop being in a defensive pact. It's not really helping me at this point. In fact, you haven't shown up to a single one of my wars recently. So, confirm that. There we go. These guys are, absolutely fine. Is their trust? Yeah, their trust is already at plus 100. That's all fine. How would they be interested in... Ooh, that's interesting. Friendly attitude and relative power of empires means they're not a million miles off actually being willing to, just become a subsidiary of ours nice and peacefully. Okay, if we could just get a lot more powerful, then they'd be up for that. That's nice to know. And that leads to, an immediate increase in our relationship with the Quiramulan, who are currently unfriendly, but as time goes by and that opinion ticks up, I'm kind of hoping we might be able to... Oh, blimey. Okay, unfriendly attitude. Hopefully that unfriendly attitude will wear off. Yeah, they're back down to wary now, but... as trust goes up and we form a new non-aggression pact with them, I'm hoping that they will actually chill out enough to come and join us in time. Alright? I just want one actually decent-sized empire to join me without a fight. Okay, so let's talk metalworking right here. Which is there are 10 more jobs we can now fill doing precisely that. And also... why are you guys not jumping? Oh, you're soldiers. Yes, soldiers are kind of the only job in the worker class that won't jump immediately to middle class jobs that are available. Like, that just seems to take priority over everything. Given your fleet size is partly based on the number of soldiers you've got, I guess it makes sense that once you're a soldier for life. Otherwise, your fleet capacity would just be jumping up and down all the time, and that'd be very inconvenient. So, number one, we can ship a whole bunch of people over to the Beast. 10 people need to go over there immediately. And Asprania's got unemployed. Spot on. Sadly, no one else has got unemployed, but there might still be people floating around who would be better served working in metalworking. Though, then again, how many slaves have we got on the market right now? We got ourselves... honestly... we could probably just send all these guys over. Yeah, we got a Plantoid right there. We got a Quiramulan. We got an Emissara. We got ourselves an Euthonian. And screw it, I'm just going to buy literally everyone that's going. Spot on. So that's up to 58 metalworkers already. So I just need to find a couple more people in the Empire to ship over there. Because we just need more flipping alloys. Yeah, we got ourselves plenty of clerks over here on Foundation. Who are doing decent work. No question there, but... they could be doing better work in the Foundress. There we go. 60 out of 60 right now. 160 jobs to 152 population. Love this planet. This planet's good. And we've got another arcology coming in as well. So, save up the money. We need to free more slaves, transfer more people over. We need to start growing faster. I need more people to feed the beast. In fact, actually, do we have currently... no, not policies, edicts... healthcare campaign is already on. Okay. You know what? Let's get recycling on as well. That will help out. Oh! What just happened to... what happened to the money? Probably I didn't have enough something to cover my obligations in the market for 1 month. That'll sort itself out. Don't worry. Ooh, and the tiles are turning against us fast. They've just actually decided to scrap the migration treaty as well. Dear oh flippin' dear. Alright, Grand Murder is looking good. However, Murder of Ganvius needs reinforcements and... that's going to be expensive. And that might not even be enough to cover everything. I'm not sure if that's everything. It hopefully is, but we might be short a few battleships. And, oh, look at that. Osprey springs into life, pumping out those corvettes like crazy, and the new Prosperity Station doing exactly the same thing. Ships are going to be produced so flippin' quickly here. It is slightly ridiculous, in fact, absolutely flippin' marvellous. And this is why we need all the alloys. And, no, it wasn't a market problem. We know exactly why I'm losing minerals. It's because I'm turning them into alloys, because that's where alloys come from when you feed the beast as much as I've been doing. Speaking of which, it's only 3 months until another 10 jobs are going to come online. And at some point, yeah, I've already got a ruined arcology queued up there. I need to clear out some more space. There's still another flipping, 12,000 minerals need to be committed to actually clearing out the ruined arcologies to keep rebuilding this place. The beast will not destroy me. Alright, it's either going to make me win or it's going to make me lose. Like, there's no middle ground here. It's not just going to sit there being a passenger. It's either going to destroy me or let me conquer the entire galaxy. I'm just not sure which. Right, increase the amount of minerals I'm buying up to 450. We need more minerals. We have got the energy to pay for it, for now at least. Oh, and there's the fleet command limit up again. This is looking nice. And what do I want here? Naval capacity from... Ooh! Naval capacity from soldier jobs +2. And that is done in like 5 months. Okay, that's worth doing. So I've actually got a surprisingly large amount of soldiers in my empire right now. In fact, it's kind of a shame you can't see that. It would kind of be a nice visualization to see what the breakdown of jobs across your entire empire is. Like how many miners you've got, how many technicians you've got, how many researchers, and like how many working class people in total you've got versus how many middle class people and how many rulers. That'd be kind of cool. We're also slowly losing exotic gases and rare crystals. That's fine, just to increase my purchase of that. Though then again, I should probably just produce my own crystals. If I'm losing crystals right now, I know how to get more. There's actually a building that does precisely that. Yeah, go on. Spare slots over here on Prosperity. Let's just get ourselves a synthetic crystal plant, so I can convert minerals into crystals. So that's, yeah, 10 minerals to 2 crystals. I assume, economically, that makes sense. Hang on, it totally 100% doesn't. If I was just to take 10 minerals and sell them, I would make 33 energy. And then if I were to actually buy 2 crystals, that would only cost me 22. So, why would I actually ever want to produce my own crystals when it's cheaper to just buy them on the open market? In fact, how could the open market possibly be cheaper than producing them by myself? Unless, of course, there's like a stash of them somewhere in the galaxy that other people can just mine on the cheap. Oh, I don't know. Right, well, that's worth checking in future. Gotcha. Oh, and here's nice. Upgraded fortress. Yeah, okay. Let's get that underway. More soldiers, more fleet capacity. Now, 10 more jobs need to be filled with metal workers. Okay, where are we going to get them from? Oh, you're a Beldros! Oh my goodness, the Beldros have actually started migrating into my empire just by choice. Probably because their world's terrible and a total failed state like Cornwall. Here we go. Velqualeed's producing a little bit of trade value, but honestly not much. And it is not relying on its clerks to actually provide amenities. There's plenty of that already. So, we can ship over, yeah, 6 of them straight away. Let's just get them over there. But the other thing we need desperately is more minerals. So everyone out of your office jobs and into the flipping mines. I need as many mines on New Cornwall as quickly as you flipping like. This is a big priority for us. Oh, and spot on, consumer goods is apparently flipping capped out right now. So that tells me 2 things. 1, it's time to sell some consumer goods. They're not worth a huge amount, but it'll flipping do. Yeah, there we go. Just 5,000 down and we're in good flipping shape. And I can use that to just buy a ton of minerals to keep me going for the time being. And on top of that, we're overproducing. And we're producing those on the beast. So that means, congratulations, some of you guys need different jobs. So out of this job, please. Thank you. And there we go. 70. Spot on. And more minerals coming in off New Cornwall. At this point, New Cornwall has 1 and only 1 job. Keep the beast fed. Now, what's that going to do to the balance of things? Okay, we're losing energy right now. Hang on, that was a bigger energy loss than we should have seen. What's going on here? There's no interruption of trade, is there? No, there's no interruption of trade. Hang on, what's going on here? You know what? Ignore that. That's probably just a temporary blip. a trade didn't go through for some reason. We're making over 200 alloys a month. That's great, but thinking about it, we're still making a profit of consumer goods. So let's sell some more of those. Let's make, yeah, 10,000 right there. How many alloys can I just buy up front like that? And honestly, it's not many. Like, it's a tiny, tiny amount. It's not even worth doing. They're way too expensive. Oh, but here's exciting. Jurgfiden has hit 75 population. And that means, finally, I get to build my first ever building number 3. And, there's the executive retreat. Apparently, that's actually an off-world sort of thing. So, okay, what does this do? Corporate Empire modifier. Wow, 10% amenities to, like, the entire empire. That's pretty damn huge. And 5% trade value boost for this planet, which I would be leeching off. That's certainly true, so that's nice. But no increase in crime whatsoever, so probably best we don't do that. Instead, we should probably just focus on keeping crime nice and high to make sure we don't lose this place, because it's making a tidy profit for us. So for just 800 minerals, a smuggler's port. That actually gets the branch office value up, which is significant. The branch office value is not bad at all. So 25% up with that is, it's only like 6 or 7 up. But then you get a dance club's only like plus 10. And on top of that, this also gives me, yeah, a merchant job, which is a good thing because that's going to boost trade, and trade I also leech off. So honestly, for the fact this is worth the extra 10 crime over the underground club, probably not a bad idea. Let's get that in play. Oh, there's that fortress. And, oh, sorry, here's another 5,000 minerals. Go away, please. Now, pop growth speed up. That's probably dangerous. Fleet command limit, society research. Yeah, actually, that one's only 2 years off. Let's just get some more society research. And the neutron launchers are coming in too. And that's lovely. Range 130. Damage 42.41 per time. That is just lovely and sexy. And, oh, we've got more minerals coming in too. Another 10% added to our minerals right there. That's spot on. Now, with that extra 20 capacity, oh yeah, I think we want to just be slowly increasing the number of battleships. The carriers and the long-range hitting power as well. Spot on. And just keep reinforcing. But honestly, the problem now is battleships are like 1,000 alloys or something a go. It's ridiculous. Frankly, even with my stupidly high alloy income, yeah, wow. 1,348 alloys. It takes me months of work to afford a single flipping battlecruiser. Here we go, more mining jobs over on New Cornwall. Ship people over from Asprania. We do not need all these people on Asprania. But then again, the clerks are very valuable. That's a lot of trade those guys are generating because this is a big centre of trade. But, ouch, what can we do without? No point sending over farmers. We could ship off the technicians. We're probably okay for, when I say we're okay for energy, we're losing 262 a month right now. I'm not even quite sure why, but it seems bad. And bloody hell, that's with the benefit of capacity overload on, though production targets aren't on. Oh yeah, I'll take 12.5 years of production targets, please. Thank you very, very much indeed. And research grants as well, why not? Let's burn that influence. Slight problem with the fortresses. Yeah, if I upgrade my stronghold to them, they're going to need a flipping volatile moat every single month. That's going to start getting expensive. You know what? I'll get one underway. We'll keep an eye on it. I think it's just going to give me some more soldiers. Because right now I've got 2 soldiers right here. And each soldier is worth, yeah, planetary defense armies plus 3, naval capacity plus 4. Whereas a fortress is up to, yeah, that's presumably defense armies plus 9. So logically the same benefit to fleet. Though I should really stop increasing the actual fleet capacity right now. I can't even fill what I've got. It's too expensive to do. But we shall keep trying. Boom. Do I actually have enough? Yeah, I've got a high enough stockpile of exotic gases and rare crystals for now, but exotic gases, the demands just keep going up there as well. Okay, you know what? Change of policy. We don't need this much unity, alright? There's not a huge amount of benefit to me of rushing to discovery or domination. And none of the Ascension perks that are showing up next are hugely exciting to me. Because I'd like to get Mega Engineering, but until I've done some more engineering research, that physically cannot be selected. Yeah, here we go. Sorry, Galactic Wonders is the name of the Ascension perk. And I need mega engineering before I can actually claim that anyway. So let's not worry about that. So let's go over to policies right now, because for some time I've been on marketplace of ideas. Screw that business, back to wealth creation, which is going to basically, well, that should absolutely massively boost the economy. That should sort out this problem straight away. And that booming economy can pay for the minerals to keep the beast going. Yeah, there we go. Plus 500 energy all of a sudden. That's better. Oh, and Leviathan's done as well. Crime jumps to 63%, and the branch office value has jumped to 61% as well. 80 off the trade, multiplied by a further 13% due to the crime. From branch officers plus 25%, free traders plus 10%, branch office income. Oh, absolutely sexy as anything, this. These here branch officers, if you can get them properly established, are worth a huge amount. And better, this place is now out of buildings. They've put food processing facilities down on the ground here, so that's it. No more enforcers. So we're already at, yeah, 63% crime, and he cannot build anymore. Though we could upgrade them. He could upgrade it to like a Hall of Justice or whatever it's called, and he could repair this one that was damaged at some point or other, but hopefully they won't. Speaking of which, I should really try and find a new home for a branch office, actually. Where could we try and slap one down? Because we're running out of options here. Partly because I myself have kind of accidentally created a bunch of MegaCorps, and the galaxy happens to have spawned a bit on the MegaCorp heavy side. So there's a lot of competition for space to actually slap down a branch office. Here we go, the Dick Trees to the north. So these guys, there's a bit of a shot in the dark, by the way. But yeah, there's actually a colony way over here. Like, actually, it looks quite close to tile space, but actually there's no way through. Like, it's a very long way away from tile space. It's on the very, very inner rim of the galaxy. And they've got a world here with a decent volume of trade. But I can't see it. And I've got no way of seeing it, and they don't like me, so there's no chance they'll actually trade vision. Let's just double check that's still true. Yeah, they're not keen on us. A neutral attitude means they will never, ever be willing to actually trade active sensor links. So this is a bit of a blind shot in the dark. It might just get, like, shut down in a year's time if they're big on the old police officers. But I'll give it a go. Why not? What's 2,300 energy to me? Whatever, eh? Let's get this set down. And the moment it goes down, what do we actually have here? I just need to let time pass by for a second. Okay. This here has turned out to be a very, very good pick. So 58 people are here. Yet, weirdly, they haven't actually been building in any of the slots. You got 58 population to only 45 jobs. Suggesting, yeah, mass unemployment. Okay. I'm guessing these guys are running into some economic problems. That means they physically can't afford to actually build any of these buildings here. Still, that works for me, because if they've spent the last decades unable to build anything, they're probably not going to be able to afford to just slap down precinct houses all over the shop right now. So, better and flipping better, let's get some stuff down here. Right, number one, these guys are trees, which is a type of plant, meaning it would be quite frankly remiss of me not to give them some underground clubs. And other than that, honestly, this place is looking like it's already going to be pretty heavy on the crime. I can just slap down 2 buildings in a row. I'm going to go straight for the Smuggler's Port. Plus 50 crime and 25% branch office value. Boom. Let's get that done. Right, so we'll keep an eye on Budding Dreams, which is a wonderful name for a planet, and it's what we'll also call the Night Club. It'll be marvellous. And as an added bonus, yeah, we get visibility of this area, so we can actually see their fleet dotting about over there. There's a nice little plantoid fleet. They're off to do something, I don't know what. Bye, lads. Now, as I was hoping for last time, the Sakit seem to have recovered well, so they're already rebuilding their fleet, which now, of course, works for me. And in fact, they've actually calmed down pretty quickly. They're back to loyal. Yeah, they're cool working for me, because honestly, we're both MegaCorps. We understand each other. Everything's flipping good. Tragically, yeah, the empires you break off seem to run into some sort of problems in that regard. So, no matter whatsoever. And I see the problem we're having on the market here. I'm burning so many alloys that I actually can't sell the alloys. And when I can't sell the alloys, that throws off all my other trades as well. Right. Okay. don't worry about that. Everything's under control. We're up to, yeah, nearly 70,000 combined strength right now. Probably just over 70, in fact, which is good. That's good, 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 good. And I just need to save up enough alloys to build the battle cruisers I need. Oh, there's the extra 10% of minerals. That's what I needed right there. And, oh, mining station output 10% as well. Yeah, just do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. In fact, actually, you know what? Though these fleets are not quite as strong as they might be just yet, and ouch, 3,500 alloys. There is one thing I can do to boost the strength of my fleets without having to spend a single alloy. And that is, yeah, the Leviathans. The automated dreadnought is right there. And Enigmatic Fortress is right there. We've got the Stellarite Devourer right there as well. I can't remember what all of those do, but I know for a fact the automated dreadnought can 100% join your fleet. That's probably worth doing, you know. Right, get the Murder of Ganvius and the Grand Murder to head in together. With 70,000 strength, we should easily be able to handle that. Just for safety, however, and to minimise the amount of ships I'm going to rebuild later, tell me about the automated dreadnought and... yeah, for 1,000 energy, that's probably worth it, because 1,000 energy will save me alloys I need to spend replacing ships later. So, this is probably a good idea. So, damage to the dreadnought, there we flipping go. Oh, tradition comes in, discovery of course, and... yeah, may as well just take the research alternatives. That's probably the most valuable thing going right now. Might decide to... rush to faith and science might be okay. Yeah, it's not a great tree. The thing about discovery is... it's really useful if you take it first, but I never do take it first because expansion is better to take first. And by the time you get to second, it's not looking so useful anymore. And then it just becomes less and less useful as the game goes on. I feel like Discovery just needs a bit of a rework, and possibly Domination does too, because for me, it just doesn't quite gel right now. It feels very weak next to the others. New Cornwall, meanwhile, hits 15 people. Good, good, good. And plenty of housing and amenities for now. I think this place would benefit from robots. Let's just go and get ourselves... yeah, there we are. Robot assembly plants. Let's actually just start churning out the robots, double pumping the pops here, because mining robots. They will do a very, very good job indeed. Also, just look at the difference of the speed of the fleet, because I actually did pay for the upgrade to the Grand Murder. This thing is actually completely up to spec, and it's already almost flipping there, whereas, yeah... the Ganvius, that's hanging out back here. It's like falling like 3 systems behind just because of how much flipping slower it is. Also, here's a rare and welcome sight. Some pirates have popped up at Efrov, but the Ganvius are actually taking care of it themselves. Well done, lads. And when I say taking care of it themselves, you are going to win this, right? It's just, even though, yeah, you've got the numerical advantage, but your health is actually looking... a little bit on the low side, so I really hope you're about to win this, because it would be very embarrassing if you lost to just some randomly generated pirates. Oh my goodness. Are they going to lose? Are you actually about to lose to pirates? You utter idiots. Okay, the pirates have got a lot less numerical strength, but the hull is looking a little bit on the weak side here. And remember, pirates will fight to the last man. They will never pull out, whereas the Ganvius will potentially decide to withdraw. Oh, bloody hell, you idiots. Yeah, the Ganvius actually just withdrew. They lost to pirates. Right, rapid response, get over here. Ah, Yonderim's on the expand. So they've just attacked this trade federation. Pretty sure they've never gone for them before. That's actually, yeah, in a federation with the Polismus, but the Polismus are not going to be showing up. They've got nothing left at this point. Kind of curious whether they actually have any... no, they've got no claims down, so... what are you hoping to get out of this? Yeah, this is something the AI seems to do a lot. I've noticed this in Stellaris before. They go to war, but they never seem to make enough claims. So they just kind of leave territory on the table they could totally have if they wanted it. Oh, and the neutron launchers are ready to go. Oh yeah, now this is a sexy battleship here. We're not going to be making too many more changes to this design. This is pretty much as good as it gets. Oh, here's the fleet here, by the way. That is looking lovely. Look at those sexy battle cruisers. I love the avian design. With a black hole in the background. And we're ready. We're flipping ready, alright? You guys, it's time to attack the automated dreadnought. And I think we're going to tear it apart. And actually, I think you need a... Do you need a construction ship? I can't remember whether you need a construction ship or not. So I'm just going to start sending one in this direction ready. Alright, my fleets are now in position. Is this thing going to immediately attempt to attack? Doesn't look like it. It's... yeah, it totally is. It totally is. Right. In which case, we are much faster than it. Commence attack. And we should have this thing. I'm really hoping we will anyway. And... oh, in come the long-range attacks. Okay, first things first, we need to pierce its shield. Because its shield is arguably the most difficult part. Because we are not set up to deal with shields. But, oh, bloody hell. We're just swarming it. As soon as we actually break the shield, the armor and the hull will start going down a lot faster. Now, obviously, it is going to do some damage to us. It's a flippin' Leviathan. It's supposed to be tough. And ouch! That possibly was a flippin'... was that a second battleship that just went boom? Ouch. Okay, but oh, look at this. There we go. The shield's down, and that's it. Now it's just collapsing in seconds. Beautiful. And as a result of that, we can now basically say, yeah, I want that thing to sail again under my flag. How much did we just lose in terms of fleet capacity? And wow, seriously? Okay, that was more than I was expecting to lose. Right, that was not a good deal for me then. Bloody hell. So now it's going to cost... okay. That was a huge amount to lose, but it's nice to have the Dreadnought, okay? It is nice to have. Yeah, what have we lost here? Oh, it's the big things, yeah. It's the flipping battle cruisers. I lost 6 battleships out of the murder of Ganvius. I can't remember whether they actually had all 8 to begin with. They might have only had 6, but still, it's a huge loss. You know what? Maybe we won't actually roll straight onto the enigmatic fortress or any of that business. Maybe, just maybe, we should learn our lesson there and, you know, chill out for a bit and not actually go picking fights against the biggest things in the galaxy. Let's just actually boost our strength a bit further first. Alright, Budding Dreams is looking good here. Straight up to, yeah, a total of 54 energy per month being yielded there off the dance clubs and the smugglers' ports. And they are attempting to actually counteract with, yeah, precinct houses. And, oh, they've already built one. Okay, so the AI is most definitely reacting. But even with those there, we should be okay for now. Alright, next priority. I should probably get disruptors ready to go. I don't need them yet, but against the right target, they can be very, very useful. Also, I'm just going to nose in on Cornwall, though I'll probably regret it. And, oh no! You guys have sorted it out! Oh, well done! You've actually managed to bloody stabilise. You've got rid of crime. Stability's looking good. Happiness is looking good. Marvellous! Cornwall is not a failed state. I am genuinely thrilled about this. But I now know what the problem is. It's that I'm just not producing enough alloys. So get more foundry arcologies underway here. What's that? Unemployed people, you say? Well, I think we know what's happening to you. To the beast you go! Ah, now this is good. Me and the Quiramulan have actually had our non-aggression pact for some time. Up to plus 71. They've become cordial. Now, how are you guys feeling? Oh, they are feeling very, very close to joining us by choice at this moment. Okay. Can I actually boost trust anymore? It's already at plus 75. It can get up to 100 somehow. And as the years go by, the fact that we were at war at some point, they won't care about that anymore. What else can we do to maybe help out? Border friction, how much we can do. Their claims on us. Which, as I understand it, means my claims on them. I don't have any, but it's possible one of my subsidiaries does, and they hold that against me, which is kind of annoying. But you know what? I'll offer you a nice migration treaty. Why not, eh? In fact, I might just be able to slightly boost my reputation with them, just by the tiniest amount, if I just actually do them a good deal. But then again, it's not about trust or how much they like us. It's purely right now about the relative power of the Empire. So all I need to do is get stronger, which I probably was about 10 minutes ago, but now I'm not, because I decided to attack the bloody dreadnoughts. Well, the construction ship's there now. May as well have a little look-see. Whatever it costs, I'll do it, alright? Alright, so the xenophobic trees are really not keen on a bunch of owls setting up a dance club on their planet, unfortunately. Yeah, they've immediately responded with enough strength to get the down to 0, so there's a decent chance some of these buildings will get shut down one by one. Though, I question their priorities. Alright, so you haven't got enough money to actually fill all these building slots. You haven't got enough money to actually provide work for a huge proportion of your population. But no, obviously, the moment anyone sets up a dance club, let's spend all the money in the world on gold-plated policemen. Ooh, here's something I've been wanting to see. Something new for 2.2, and I think possibly new for MegaCorp. I can't remember whether this is actually part of the free update or not. Create a resort world. So, if I actually can create a resort world, then that means other Empire colonies amenities plus 15%, immigration pool plus 15%, habitability plus 100%, one clerk job per 2 pops. Fine, so a wonderful world that's just going to be a resort that pulls other people in, and they don't really holiday there because, you know, once they move in, they just kind of stay there forever. But maybe we're supposed to, like, assume a pop represents a cycling group of people arriving and then leaving, but their population remaining stable. Sure, let's pretend that's the case. Yeah, go on then, that sounds fun. And yes, indeed, as it turns out, all the Yonderim wanted was to humiliate their neighbour, because they're dicks, I suppose. Oh, hello! We've got marvellous news! Refugees have arrived, and they are... Okay, what's an Umutharan? I don't know what an Umutharan actually is, but apparently they've been driven out by the delicious elves. And obviously, being xenophiles, I physically can't change my refugee policy, so they're allowed to settle, and they've actually been settled on the Beast. Okay, do we actually know how many there were? Because honestly, if you want to send more, you go right ahead. Ah, that's where they're from. They've actually been kicked out from Elegan. They must be the Eleganians. Gotcha. And yeah, that Federation up north is not nothing anymore. The Infinite Pond has integrated one of its kind of friends over there. These guys, the dwarves, have done very well. The delicious elves have actually got a decent amount of territory on them too. And Elegan is just very slowly being eaten. Honestly, Tabby's probably feeling very nervous up there. Ah, it's whatever one of you is, apparently. Okay, that's nice. In fact, actually, you might be very, very useful indeed, because are you literally the first person with a cold preference in the entire bloody empire? No! We've actually got a couple of Athanbians, which is, yeah, the trader lizard lot. So they've shown up, and they actually have an alpine preference as well. Ingenious, energy credits up, nothing major to be honest. Okay, that's kind of cool. So I think we've just gained 3 pops there, which is very, very welcome indeed, because the beast does not just need to be fed minerals, it needs to be fed people as well. But, like, in a good way. Sorry, I really shouldn't say that to the people who've just arrived. I know that does cause some concern. So, yeah, we found ourselves an office job for this guy immediately. And for the time being... his happiness is up. Because, yeah, he was chased off his world, but he's found a new home and a new job immediately. Marvellous. But actually, you know what? We can probably find you a better job, to be honest. Just, like, give it 2 months. We can actually get you a nice middle-class job in the foundry. Which probably actually sounds worse than being a clerk. Like... if you gave me a choice of, like, doing office work or working in a foundry, I'd probably go for the office work, to be honest. Oh, yeah, you know what I was just saying about Tabby? The Farine Authority, the Tasty Elves, Tabby is now their rival. I think Tabby might be about to get eaten by a duck, which is quite ironic, because for Christmas, we got Tabby a bag of treats that were duck-flavoured, and, yeah, I think they're out for revenge. Ooh, but marvellously good news, and something I wasn't really expecting, but I'm glad I double-checked. The starfish would actually be willing to accept subsidiary status, and oh my goodness, they're so adorable. Yeah, we don't need to invade or murder the starfish. They're willing to join us peacefully. Oh, this is marvellously good news. So please actually say yes. Come on, tell me you're actually going to say yes to that. Oh my goodness, we just ate them, and they don't care. Oh, this is great. This is actually great. I finally made amends for the horrifying murder of the starfish in the Apocalypse run. Alright? That sin has now been wiped from my conscience. Because now, the starfish have joined our happy little family by choice. The Quiramulan, meanwhile, not just yet, but ooh, they're getting close. Bloody hell, more pirates. And actually, surprisingly large amounts of pirates, actually. Dear oh flippin' dear. Wow, you guys have got yourselves a pirate galleon class, have ya? Well, on the plus side, you know what, we can take that, because that's like 1,500 shields to 43,000 hull and armour. So most of their strength is just in that battleship, Plasma will tear it apart. Deploy the rapid response fleet, let's just take these bastards out. But I do always enjoy seeing, yeah, the galleon classes. They're very, very cool indeed. In fact, I wish you could actually build in the pirate style yourself because, yeah, actually ships built out of rocks and asteroids and whatever. I think it looks really damn cool. Alright, so that's going to have a very major hit on the economy because, yeah, we're going to lose a big old pile of energy while that trade is disrupted. But that's fine. That's all fine. It won't last long. Oh, and the Sakit now want a migration treaty. Marvellous. Welcome aboard, lads. I'm glad you're coming round to us. Also, this is unexpected. Jump drives have just shown up, despite the fact I've not done any of the things that unlock jump drives. How do I have this technology? Okay, I don't want that. I do not want that, because just for flipping once, I'd like it to not be the unbidden that show up at the end of the game. No, focus on the phase disruptors instead. And here we go. This should be a fun fight. So, it's actually a pretty even fight here with the rapid response force. Corvettes generally do pretty darn well against battle cruisers. All we need to do really is, yeah, clear out the little ships here. Once we've cleared out the little ships, and they're just falling apart like nobody's flipping business, now it's just the galleon, and Budding Dreams has been shut down. Well, that's a shame. They clearly just didn't want us there. Shields go down nice and quickly, and once the shields go down, now it's just a question of blasting apart his armor, and now it's the hull. There's 40,000 bloody points of it, but yeah, generally big capital ships are not well set up to take out large numbers of small corvettes. So, is he actually doing well at all? No, he is not doing well at all. We're still pretty much at full strength. He's got big weapons, more appropriate for taking on other capital ships and cruisers and whatnot. So we are now just tearing his armor apart. You should not have come into my space, mate. And there he goes. And you're going to explode in a particularly exciting or dramatic way? Or are you just going to slowly fall out of the sky? Ooh, quite big explosion. Well done. What tech do we have here? Antimatter missiles.
Research complete.
In theory might be of interest, but leave that be for now. We've also got ourselves... Oh, there's the resort world. Okay, that's kind of sexy. I'm kind of into that, potentially, in naval capacity. Why would I care about... What's attacking my station? I'm not sure that's actually happening. Are we sure that's actually happening? Oh, it's the pirate station. Right, they got that set up, but apparently it's actually just in range of the actual spaceport. So it is just being slowly bombarded by missiles. Beautiful. Though, oh, bloody hell, my fleets are so fast these days. It's gorgeous and sexy. And give me that strong box. Thank you. Also, did that just say I got an L-gate insight for that? Because that'd be pretty exciting if so. Yes, it did. I'm up to 4 out of 7 there. Alright, and the beast manages to hit 90 metal workers at this point. Meaning we probably need to actually start, yeah, buying more minerals to actually feed them. And at this point, it's starting to get flippin' messy. Because there's a lot of people that live here. Like, a lot of people. Right, increase the number of minerals we're buying. Alright, up to... Is that too much? No, screw it. Do it. Now buy 550. There we go. That's back where we need to be. Bit on the expensive side, and a scientist sadly died. Oh, it was Ash Maple. You've been working with us for some time, you poor thing. You know, at this point, I'm just going to start slapping down mining districts wherever there's flipping space for them. Alright? Our agricultural worlds have space for them. Get it done. And Polytechnic education is done, so experience gain up a little bit. And actually, leader level cap across the board up by 1 is not bad. Because, yeah, being able to get leaders up to, I think 7 might be my ultimate cap right now. Hang on. Yeah, I've already got people working their way towards 6. So that's definitely already been a thing. So I suspect 7 is the current cap. Okay, it's taken a while, but we are back up to full strength. And bloody hell, I have learned a valuable lesson there, which is I'm not taking on a Leviathan unless there is a significant, real, and obvious strategic advantage to doing so. Otherwise, they can just chill out wherever they want, alright? I'm not picking a fight with those bastards anymore. Alright, so now what I've got myself is a whole bunch of spare fleet capacity, and my existing fleets are now at strength, with the exception, of course, of Rapid Response, which is not really supposed to be at strength, because its job is to be small and nimble and move around dealing with small threats. Though I might move it up to 30 rather than 20 corvettes, because, yeah, some of the pirates that are starting to spawn in are a little bit on the tough side. So, what I actually want now is a specialised fleet, because the fleets I've got so far have been fairly general. Fair few corvettes, some destroyers at the back to provide a bit of point defence, and then some cruisers behind them and some battleships at the rear. What I want now is a big, heavy-hitting fleet. That's the important thing for me. So what I need to do for that is a special new type of cruiser, with the focus being on large weaponry and hangars as far as possible. Because what I want to do is I want to build a fleet that's not designed to go in first, it's designed to go in last. The other two fleets go in first, then this fleet arrives, and from extreme range picks off anything it can. So naturally that means, of course, we want neutron launchers right on the front there. Beautiful. I was originally going to go for the hangar core here, but the thing is, yeah, it's a single hangar and 2 bits of point defense that would be mostly pretty garbage. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm actually going to swap that out for the artillery core. And for the 2 remaining medium slots, interesting little fact I didn't really know until I double checked this, yeah, the railguns have slightly better range than anything else. So the medium laser has a range of 60, medium plasma also 60, ion disruptor only 50, railguns actually 75. Still probably not that useful, but may as well have it on just in case the battle gets a bit closer than I'd like. And while the default combat computer for a cruiser is in fact line at range of 50, no, this thing is supposed to stay back. Artillery tactics, range 80 please. Now one quick thing to check here, the speed of this ship is 210. Now, do I need to bother with advanced afterburners? Because it's just going to be slowed down potentially by the battleships. This thing is not supposed to be moving quickly. Let's just quickly save that at 210. Yeah, the actual, hang on, yeah, it's the Inspiring Bloodbath this will be travelling around with. Yeah, that's 215. So, barely any difference really. I may as well have this thing just have more in the way of shields. Also, something to take note of here. I should just start buying more exotic gases, because I constantly need those when I'm building new battleships. And actually, the Inspiring Bloodbath needs rare crystals as well. So I should probably just start, yeah, increasing the spend I've got on those guys purely so I've got more coming in. And exactly as I was hoping for, yeah, we've got ourselves a truce with no territory swap between the Euthonians and the little guys down here. Which works for me because I just kept them safe by blocking any fleets that tried to pass through my territory. Now, by any chance, would you guys be willing to... Yeah, you guys are 100% willing to jump straight on board with me. Spot on. So I'm going to offer you that status. There you go. Welcome to the family. You are now safe. And there we go. The first Cry of Blood, the new class of cruiser, exists and is part of a brand new fleet, the Last Murder, named because it is always the last to arrive. The other 2 fleets are committed first, and then, once they are engaged, the Last Murder arrives and begins picking off its target at extreme range. Oh yeah, I am down for this. I should mention, by the way, this fleet's gonna be expensive to build. Apparently 27,000 alloys will be required for this, so it's gonna be a work in progress. What it does, however, need is a new admiral. And what I want is, yeah, this is actually flipping perfect. There's a guy who's cautious, ship weapon range plus 20% available right this moment. That's spot on. Oh, and our new snail friends want to come into our empire. Welcome aboard, lads. And as for the Last Murder, well, let's just throw everything we've got at starting to do that build immediately. It's gonna take some time, though. At the bare minimum, we can get a fair few cruisers out, even though, yeah, the battleships are going to be low on the priority. It seems like buying the cheaper ships first, but that's fine. Those guys are fitted out with double neutron torpedoes, so that is extreme range, extreme power. That works for me. Ooh, and a sexy building here as well. I like this. Research Institute. So research output plus 15% and a science director. Lardy flipping da. Oh, there she is. The Dreadnought is repaired. Nice. Worth 6,000 fleet strength all by herself. Oh, that's good. That's nice stuff right there. Beautiful. How fast is she, by the way? I assume she's... hang on, what's the speed? Okay, pretty much the same speed as any other battleship, so it's not going to desperately slow anything down, though. Ooh. It is in possession of a jump drive, which I wasn't expecting, and also proper sapient combat computer AI, which is dangerous. Alright, there's a whole bunch of very dangerous technology here. Together with... Sorry, is it just missing some of its actual utilities there? Okay, fine, whatever, I'm sure it's all okay. In fact, you know what? This will be a lovely addition to Last Murder, because it does actually have 2 neutron launchers on it, so why not, eh? Oh, but here's a bit of a diplomatic move. So, one of the larger empires on that side of the galaxy is officially now standing with Yonderim. Now, the trade union down here doesn't mean much, and the Kingdom of Yonderim's not done that much, so they have kicked the arse of the Romans, but these guys, who have done much more recent and active Roman arse kicking, yeah, you put those 3 together, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Like, yeah, Earth and the Shazarak need to either get together or join in, otherwise they could be in danger. But I think I know what our next target needs to be. It's the Rontus. They need to go down. They control a surprisingly large amount of space, but they're not very strong, so the best thing for the long-term security of the galaxy is they just start paying me taxes. Alright? That will be for the better. Before I actually begin that, though, yeah, I'm going to sign a non-aggression pact with the Shazarak. I'm totally up for just being friends with those guys. So pretty simple situation here. Last Murder is just going to stay over here and deal with the Euthonians by themselves, just knock them out of the war, destroy the fleet, take their only actual starbase, make sure they can't do anything, maybe just nip down here and knock out this area as well, because that's probably where they'll regenerate next. So let's just make sure they've got nowhere to go. That should knock their fleet out of the war full stop. Meanwhile, my main 2 fleets just start working their way through Rontus territory. Now, how well guarded is the average Rontus? Oh, Rontus Prime has 167 garrison strength on it. Oh, flipping dear. Right, well, that's going to be nice and simple to knock over. Can we see any of the rest of it by any chance? They've got another world over here. 333. Fine. So my army should just be able to land without any need for bombardment, which is nice, because that will significantly speed up the war. So, make them the offer of subsidiary status. They will refuse, and to war we go. And oh my goodness, just look. Look at all the people that come with me to war these days. It's beautiful. Oh, and as if to celebrate the war itself, we have got traditions. Yeah, I'll take faith in science. Sure, upkeep for researchers. Why not, eh? Now, this is the big one I'm interested in. Last Murder. Going in by itself, you know, completely defeating the object of Last Murder, should be arriving momentarily. Where's the... Hang on. Is their fleet immediately... No, their fleet's there somewhere. Where's their fleet? Oh, it's fleeing north. What a bunch of bastards. Right, so they got out of there before I managed to make it in. Oh, blimey. Am I just immediately opening fire? Oh, that's the torpedoes. Look at that long-range torpedo right there. That's just flipping lovely. And down it goes. Spot on. Right, now let's hunt down the rest of their fleet. Yeah, right now they're engaged with 2,500 strength in just a starbase. Won't be able to stop them, but it'll slow them down enough that I can catch them up, which is marvellous. Now, however, where's the Rontus fleet just gone? Because that's just... I may possibly have already destroyed it. Hang on. No, I caught some of them, but not all of them. Definitely that was not their full fleet, so I'm not sure where that went. Oh, Last Murder is coming in. Their armies decide to flee, and... Where have they just gone? Where did they just go? They just walked out somewhere. Enter the orbit here. Take this place down if need be. Where are they off to? I'm not sure where they just went. That might have just been an emergency FTL out, unfortunately. I mean, I've got to assume that they're going to reappear over there, because that's the only station they still hold. Oh, and hello. There's a raiding fleet floating around here, entering the orbit of... Oh! Somebody paid the raiders to attack Rontus! Honestly, you didn't really need to. No, hang on. Are you entering the orbit of Rontus Prime? That's what the game says you're doing, but... You've gone the wrong way. Rontus Prime's over here. Aggressive stance. Right, well, someone paid them to attack Rontus. Okay, they are bombarding Rontus by the looks of it, just from a long way away. This must be their first bombardment. They're not really sure how it works yet. Or then again, maybe this is just high-level bombardment. Just doing trick shots for fun. Oh, things are finally heating up over on that side of the galaxy. The Yonderim have finally declared war on Earth, which I assume means they've also declared war on the Shazarak, haven't they? Oh, not just the Shazarak, the Rayub too. Oh, this is possibly the biggest war that's ever happened on that side of the galaxy. And it's not even for anything, it's just a humiliation war. Alright, well, my fleet's cleared the path, and that means it's time for my new strategy. So, the capital world of the Rontus, and are you just going way over there too? Okay, apparently everyone likes just... It's quite a long way for a tiny little pod. Dear, oh flipping dear. Oh dear. Oh, look at my Gene Warriors go. Oh, they're just tearing the Rontus apart. I love it. I absolutely flipping love it. Well done, lads. Oh, and another big war breaks out up north. The Ducks are finally going to have their revenge on Tabby. Meanwhile, over here... Oh, guys. Guys. I don't fancy your chances, to be honest. My forces are moving in against what's left of the Federation fleet of the Rontus, and it's gonna be a flippin' massacre over there. Oh, yeah, we've got this easy. And, oh, hang on. What's going on with the Federation over here? Oh! Hello! Which Federation did you just actually join? Oh, hang on. Is that new? Right, that's new! You guys haven't joined any existing Federation. You've decided to join together. The Donkeys and the Elegant. Well, alright then, I suppose. Ooh, I just noticed, by the way, Earth's been preparing for this war. Look at their flipping border with the Yonderim. Alright, they knew this was coming. Dear oh flipper dear, the Yonderim aren't going to be breaking that anytime soon. Oh, blimey heck. My Dreadnought has basically been caught by the entire Euthonian fleet. So at this point, yeah, it's the Dreadnought versus the fleet, and I really flipping hope it wins after what it did to me. Where's the rest of my fleet? Oh, it's some way off. Right, okay. Dreadnought versus literally everything. And it's definitely driving them off, but it's taking some damage too. They must have, yeah, missiles, and it's not got point defense. So the missiles are just bypassing those shields. Right, okay. I really hope you flipping win, because it's going to be embarrassing if you don't. Nope, the Dreadnought decided to run away. Bloody hell, good first run out for the Dreadnought there. Good. And, ooh, new aliens? Really? Where? Where on earth can there possibly be new... Oh, it's just crystalline entities. How on earth do we not know about them already? And yeah, I'm liking this new style of warfare we've got. Our fleets just move in and basically just push straight through, focused entirely on taking out systems, leaving our armies free to just come in and mop up with overwhelming force, leading to minimal damage to the actual planet. So, beautiful. I mean, you know, maybe a tiny bit of devastation due to collateral damage, but for the most part, yeah, my Gene armies can just walk straight through. No threat to them whatsoever. Nice, clean, crisp, and that means when we take over this place, it's still running as it ever was. And hello, Zikmox! The Zikmox have actually shown up at this point. Marvellous. Ah, you see this? This is why you don't send out the rapid response. More flipping pirates at Canadrius. No matter how well we guard this place, there's so much trade here, pirates will occasionally just pop up. But that's fine. The rapid response force is literally there. It's literally already here. Alright? Get over there. Murder them, please. Alright? I reinforced you for this specially. So now we just get on with all of that. And, oh, it's another one of those times where there's a pirate ship. Well, that's fine. We will clear out the actual little corvettes in, yeah, seconds. They're just melting. And then it's just straight on to the galleon class. And we have a little bit of backup fire coming from the actual little thing over here. Hopefully this survives. That'd be nice if it did. And also, crystalline entities are apparently unbreakable. So, ooh, 5% more energy from all relevant jobs, or crystalline fusion plating. No, go for the energy. Marvellous. Oh, and tragic news. After a reign of, I think, like 60, maybe 80 years, Pirate Queen Feathers of Honeydew has passed on, meaning it is time for an impromptu election. Now, does anyone have... Ooh. Here we go. Right now, someone is... Ah, that's the guy who's actually commanding First Murder. I like that guy, but he would give me ship build cost minus 10%. No, I like you. You're too important as you are. Actually, it's nothing but flipping admirals and generals for the most part. There's one guy over here who's just a scientist, and it's not a great selection, to be honest. I mean, I'd like to keep my generals and my admirals where they are for the most part, so... Yeah, you know what? I'll just say it's going to be the scientist, even though he's not very good, just because, yeah, we could do with actually having the admirals and the generals stay where they are. Oh, bloody hell, wait, hang on. Did the Ronto just surrender? That's much sooner than I expected, to be honest. Okay, I thought we'd need to take over the entire bit of space, but no. They seem to have given up. Well, that's great news, actually. Marvellous. Okay, didn't need to actually do nearly as much work as I thought there. And with that, yeah, we've got ourselves possibly slightly worryingly too many vassals. I mean, I have got a good fleet, sure, but a single bad encounter with a Leviathan or a Great Khan, my fleet could be half gone. And then my vassals together are going to be stronger than me, quite possibly. This could be worrying, potentially. And the tiles, now being run by Giant Venus Flytrap, want a non-aggression pact. Sorry, lads, I'm not saying I'm going to invade you soon, but I don't want to rule out the option. And here we go. The automated dreadnought joins Last Murder. Marvellous. And I think that actually works within my existing plan here. Yes, it just fits inside. I reduced the number of battleships that are going to be part of this fleet purely so we could actually fit in the automated dreadnought, because I feel like this is where it belongs, quite frankly. So you also make your way home to Ospra, but on the way, we may as well reinforce, because bloody hell. Sure, why not? Do we actually have enough? You know what, we're probably restricted by exotic gases right now. That's probably the limiting factor. No, we could just afford it. Spot on. Oh, you do not see that very often. 3 battleships being trained at once. Love it. Now, what's the situation going on in the 2 big wars happening in the world right now? Tenants of Tabby was attacked by the Infinite Pond. The Infinite Pond appear to have moved over here and... have you guys successfully taken... Yeah, you guys have actually successfully taken a planet, but it looks like it's still being bombarded. Suggesting, yeah, potentially, Tabby's trying to take it straight back again. Other than that, Tenants of Tabby still hold all the rest of their properties, as do the trading geckos. Beyond that, no major movement as far as I can tell. Now, I do have visibility of the Shazarak, so I can see what they're doing, but I can't see any of the rest of it. Earth sadly don't like me enough to sell me an active sensorling. Though I'm guessing if we have Leluxi at the war score here, yeah, the attacker war exhaustion is way higher, suggesting very likely they tried to push against the Earth's defences and did not do very well. And there's Belgium right there. You know what? Earth has very well set itself up, aside from the fact that you can just bypass both Belgium and Jernast. You can just go straight past it. The path to Earth is wide flipping open. Aside from these 3 bits, I'll give you, these 3 bits are well done. Alright, fleet has been rebuilt. We've actually, yeah, slightly extended the rapid response murder. Everything else up to its cap of 170. We're not quite up to naval cap, but we're very, very close by. We have never been stronger than this. We are most definitely over 100,000 for the first ever time. And still no sign of the mid-game crisis. So, if the mid-game crisis shall not come to me, then I think I shall make my way to the mid-game crisis, because there's something else I can do aside from just waiting for a card shock, because I'm not even sure he's guaranteed. He might not be showing up at all. The card might just not feel like showing up today, and that is the L-Gates. You see, I'm up to 6 out of 7 L-Gate insights, which is absolutely flipping marvellous, and I think I bought one of those off the actual curators. Yes, indeed, and they will apparently sell me another one, the final L-Gate insight I'll need for whatever happens when you open up the L-Gate. I don't know, I've never done it before. I understand there's a good possibility it's gonna be bad, but in just a few years, keep an eye on this, we'll be ready to do so, and with 100,000 fleet power, I've got to work under the assumption I might, in theory, be ready. I'm probably not ready for that, but screw it. We'll see if we can give it a go next time, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd. This has been Stellaris MegaCorp. Thank you very much, and goodbye. This is the face of death, okay? This is what my sudden death looks like. Do not engage before we arrive. Do not engage. What are you doing? I specifically said don't. Oh, no.
No, John.
Oh, he likes that. The Romans touched me.